Let's wait
Excuse
for
ma'am,
others.
can I join the
Yes.
laptop?
Yes, beta.
Can I join the laptop?
Yes, sure. Ahmed, beta, are you there? Ahmed Khan, are you there?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. Good morning. Children, please open your cameras. Ahmed Khan, Ransher. Okay, Ransher is getting connected.
Ma'am, please wait for a while.
Okay, let's begin. Open your books and open your cameras. Ahmed, now are you connected, beta? Ahmed Khan is not replying. Pranjali Dikshit, open your camera. Ransher is not yet connected to the audio. Yes, Om, what do you want to say?
Ma'am, I am not having the book, but the PDF of chapter 0.
Yes, you have it, no?
7.
You have the PDF
Yes,
of it?
ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
till
ma'am, you
where?
have sent.
All right. Till where have we done? Have we done the accents? No.
Ma'am, I think that today we will start the page number those, the accents one.
All right. Page number 12. All right. So now here, what do we come to know? What do we learn in this? We will revise accents and we will learn punctuation marks. Now, like how we use punctuation marks in English language, we use them in the similar way in French. The usage is exactly the same. Only what changes here is the name. What they are called, how they are called in French, we are going to learn about that. And let's just quickly revise the accents. Now, Ahmed and Pranjali Dikshit, do you remember these accents that we did in class 6? You
Yes,
remember?
ma'am.
Yes. You
Some of
remember
them.
why
Yes,
they are used? What difference do they bring in their sound, in the sound of the words? Do you remember that? Okay, tell me.
yes, ma'am.
Let's just have a quick recap. What is the function of accent aigu? What sound does it bring? Accent aigu. Tell me.
Ma'am, they are for the letter E.
Very good. Very nice. And
Ma'am, they just bring the sound of like ah.
no, not a. Which sound does it bring? Like this.
E and I.
Like suppose the word is B-E-B-E. And we have accent on both the E's. So how do we pronounce that E? Tell me. What is the pronunciation of B-E-B-E in French? A baby. What is a baby called? What is a baby called? Anybody can tell? Ahmad, Ransher, Pranjali?
Ma'am, baby.
Yes, very nice. And we have which accent placed on alphabet E? Accent
Accent
aigu.
IU.
Aigu. It's called aigu. Now, what sound is it giving to alphabet E? Tell me. What sound?
Ma'am,
A.
E and I.
No, beta, A sound. Why? Because we are calling it be, be. So, E ki kya sound आई? A and A. So, accent aigu is similarly like A ki matra in Hindi. You've studied a, I, U, U. So, which matra is it? To learn it better, to fix it in your minds, you can relate it to A ki matra. Got that? Thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up. Now it has to be here in your mind. It will never go out. Coming on to the next accent, that is accent grave. What is accent grave? What sound does it give to alphabet E? Which matra is it treated as? Like, suppose the word is mare, pear. So what sound are we giving to alphabet E, where we have accent grave? Ahmad Khan, which sound, beta? Tell me. Is it giving air sound? Like how I said mare?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what matra? A ki matra. Accent aigu was A ki matra and this is like A ki matra. Mare, pear, tray. Clear? Then it is also used on alphabets A and U apart from E. But when it is placed on alphabet A and U, there is no change in the sound. It only brings a difference in the sound when it is placed over alphabet E. Done? Then, next we have accent circumflex. Now, what is the role of the circumflex? It brings no change in the sound of all the vowels it is placed on. It is placed on all the vowels, but there is no difference in the sound. Next, we have sidel. So, sidel, what is the function of sidel? First of all, it is denoted by a hook kind of a symbol. It comes only under alphabet C. And wherever it is placed, the sound of alphabet C is pronounced as sir. Otherwise, there are words where it is known as k, like cahier, crayon. Isn't it? But when we put this sidel under it, it becomes sir, like garçon. Are you listening to me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need your reaction. Where are you? Lost in your own world. Then next we have trema. Now trema comes wherever trema comes. When two vowels come together and they have to be given their individual sound. There we have tremor. Like for example, we have it on the word, on the alphabet, on the letter E in the word Noel. So how are we pronouncing the word Noel? Noel. Okay. Then let's come on to the punctuation marks. Now these punctuation marks are used exactly like how they're used in English language, but they are named differently in French. So first of all, what are punctuation marks called? They are called la ponctuation. La ponctuation. Then apostrophe. Apostrophe is known as l'apostrophe. What is it called? It's called a l'apostrophe. We have seen in so many words, like when we have to say I have, what do? We say, we write J apostrophe AI. So we've used apostrophe in words like say, C apostrophe EST, say tune fee, say ton garçon. That's called an l'apostrophe. Then a hyphen used between two words. That is le trait d'union. Le trait d'union. Then a full stop is called le point. Exclamation mark is called as le point d'exclamation. Le point d'exclamation. Children, now you have to practice speaking it, because I understand it is going to be a little difficult for you, but I would want you to give it a try. So let's begin with Pranjali. Pranjali, what is the exclamation mark called? What is the exclamation point called?
The exclamation.
No, le point d'exclamation. Say it once again. What is a full stop called? OI sound. What is OI sound? It is OA, right? Like toi, moi. We've done words like this. What is a full stop called? Tell me, Pranjali.
La point.
Better not point. Point. It's le point. Yes, le point. And the exclamation mark, d'exclamation. What is it called? D'exclamation. Say it.
La point d'exclamation.
Very nice. What is an apostrophe called? Ahmed Khan? Ahmed Khan, what is apostrophe? Beta, you are muted. Unmute yourself to speak. It's called l'apostrophe. But it is very disappointing to teach you like this when you people don't answer. I'm not saying that you have to answer it correct. Be wrong, but at least reply. Okay, then what is a question mark called? A question mark is called le point d'interrogation. Le point d'interrogation. Comma is called la virgule. Quotation marks are called les guillemets. Les guillemets. Then at the sign is called l'arrobas. Underline is le sous-titré. Space, l'espace. Capital letters are called la majuscule. And small letters are le minuscule. Clear? Done?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now there's a little guide to pronunciation. This I have been teaching you from the beginning, ever since we started studying French. So let's just do it quickly. In French, letter H is mostly silent, like the word homme, hotel, or loge. Then we have letter J is pronounced as je, like in the word measure, how we pronounce S, je and jardin. The letters T and D have very soft pronunciations, like t and the. We never say t and de in French. What is it? Tu, tomate, tab, disque, diner, difficile. Letter C, if followed by I and E, sounds like S, but else everywhere it is pronounced as K, like comment, cafe, carte. But only if it is followed by letter E and I, it is given sir sound. Sir, set, cidre. Then, in French, CH is always sh, not as ch. Chaise, chateau, chanteur, chapeau. Some letters in a word are not pronounced in French. The last consonant, right? Remember? In a word is not pronounced, like chat, petit, raison, and tabac. The last E in a word is not pronounced. So what do we call it? We call it théâtre, théâtre, and difficile, M. E is not pronounced. Coming on to the next page, when there is an E after the last consonant, the consonant is pronounced. Now, what is that? Like the first one is given étudiant, and the female version of it, the feminine version of it, étudiante. Étudiante, there we will pronounce the consonant because it is being followed by what? Vowel in the end. Then we have petit, petit and petite. This is the difference between both the pronunciations. Clear, children? Got it, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's just recall what we have learned. Okay, apart from, like, before we move on to this exercise, just let me know, have you done the work that I told you from this lesson to be done in your copies? Have you done that work?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what you're supposed to do is move back to the chapter, to the beginning of the chapter. All the things that are given in green color, le drapeau français, la capitale de la France, la fête nationale, you have to write all these things in your copy.
Am I right?
You have written
Ma'am,
them.
I have
Very
written.
nice. What about you, Ransher and Pranjali?
Ma'am, written.
Written. So this was the only work, beta. Le tunnel sous la Manche and Le Monde francophone. Till here you have written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which are the countries that you have written in the Le Monde francophone? Which all countries are written?
Ma'am, la Zephyr, la Belgium, la Suisse, and la Luxembourg.
Very nice. Very good. Okay. Now, apprenons les lettres et les sons. In this, you don't have to write anything. It's just that you have to practice it on your own. Practice speaking these words on your own. But whatever is given in these pictures can come in your exams in form of vocabulary. Okay, I can give you sentences to frame in English using these words that are given. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And you also have to remember the words, the vocab of your old book. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody remembers what is honey called? Honey.
Ma'am,
Yes?
I don't know.
No, we have done it. Try to recall it. Hurry up. Nobody remembers? Okay, open your old books. Do you have them?
Yes, ma'am.
Open it. Like suppose we have honeybee given in the first picture. Now you know the French word for honeybee, right? And we have done honey in class 6. So you can get a sentence to make. There is a honeybee in the honey. So this is what a very simple sentence according to your level. But for this, what you need to do is you need to remember the old vocab too. Honey is miel, M-I-E-L, miel. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now if I say there is a honey bee in the honey, how will you translate it? Open your cameras and let me know. Ahmed, Ranshe, you're not responding since the beginning. What is wrong with you today? And Pranjali, open your camera. Hurry up. Very good, Ahmed. Pranjali, are you there in the class or you've left?
Yes, ma'am.
Open your camera. What is there is, Ahmed? What is there is or there are? What do we use for it? Like how I can give you a hint like we did. There are 7 days in a week. What was the beginning of that sentence, Pranjali? Ilya. Remember, it is Ilya. Yes.
Delia.
Ilya. I-L-Y and A. Ilya. Ilya is used for there
Ilya.
is and there are. Okay. Now,
Okay.
there is a honey bee. What is it? What is honeybee? Honeybee, okay, let me tell you, is feminine gender. Honeybee, you can see in this picture, it is given. What is the word for honeybee? Page number 10. There is a honeybee. Ilya. Yes.
Ma'am, Abele.
Okay. Abei. Ilya Yun Abei. Because it is feminine, we are going to use Yun before it. There is a honeybee. Ilya Yun Abei. In the honey. Now tell me, in the honey. What is in the? There was a chapter in the class. What was the name of that chapter? How do we use the preposition in? Ilya Yun Abei. Pranjali, do you remember? Oh my God. Don. D-A-N-S. Ilya Yun Abei. Don le miel. Is it fine, Ahmed? Now, children, see, if I give you these kind of sentences in
Ma'am,
French,
can you repeat?
I'm writing in the chat box, beta. Il y a une abeille dans le miel. There is a honey bee in the honey. Fine. Now write it in your copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I'm sure if I give you sentences in French to translate them in English, then you will be able to do it easily. But why don't you do it like this? Taking one word, pick just one word, try to translate that particular word. That's the tip to do it. Okay, next sentence you have to translate. They have sweets in the gift. Sentence number 2 will be, they have sweets in the gift. Pranjali and Ahmed, can you try it, beta? They have. Now what is they? What is have? Sweets. Sweets is right in front of you in this chapter only.
Ma'am, I was unable to pronounce. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. What is the word? Tell me. What is the word? Which word are you unable to pronounce?
Ma'am, whole sentence. They have sweet in the gift.
They. Okay, tell me what is they? What is the word for it?
Is.
Very good. Have. Spell it if you can't say it.
Ma'am,
Very nice. O-N-T-O. Then sweets. What is sweets? Now, when we are using sweets without knowing how much in what quantity it is, without knowing the specific number, which article are we going to use before it? Indefinite article use karenge? Because we are not talking about any specific number. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when we are using indefinite article in plural, because we have sweets in the plural form. What are we going to use before sweets? Which word comes for this indefinite article? Ils ont. The first two words were ils ont. Ils ont des bonbons. They. They comes for indefinite plural.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we have ils ont des. For sweets, what word do we use? Bonbon. Now what is left? In the gift. What is in the gift? What is gift in French?
Ma'am,
Gift
Cadeau.
is cadeau. Very nice. And what is in the sentence above also we have used in the. What is it, beta?
Ma'am, dance.
Dans.
Translate.
Dans la.
Dance.
Dans la.
Dans.
So the whole sentence becomes ils ont des bonbons dans le cadeau. I'm writing it. Just write it. Des bonbons dans le cadeau. They have sweets in the gift. Okay, done. So children, you have to be prepared for these kind of sentences.
Okay, ma'am.
In your exam, so kindly learn all the vocab that you come across in any of the chapters, and plus we are going to use the vocab of the previous book as well. Okay, now coming on to the next part, what you're supposed to do is right now you have to do these exercises in your copy. Fine. You know,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
coming on to page number 14, you know, the first one, La Capitale de la France. What is it?
Capital of France.
What is that?
Paris.
Paris. Very good. The second one, La Fête Nationale. La Fête Nationale. Which one is the correct option?
Ma'am, B.
Which one?
B.
B. What is it called? How do we call this date? Le 14 juillet. What is it? Le 14 juillet. Then the third one, l'hymne national.
Let's see.
C.
La Marseillaise.
Very nice. La Marseillaise. LL is silent. Just put a cross on that LL. La Marseillaise. La Marseillaise. Then, le drapeau français est the B option. All of you know it. Un pays francophone. Now, out of these three, which is the pays francophone? Yes. Is it Belgique and or Angleterre? A country where French language is used as the mother tongue or the official language.
Ma'am, Belgique.
Yes, La Belgique. Then, le camembert est un. The camembert is a what? It's a wine, it's a perfume, or it's a cheese. What is it? Now, that is what I don't know I told in this section or not. In other classes also, I have said that you have to learn these names of wines or of cheese or of anything that you've done in this chapter. Because in exam, you can get to match the following. Now, I can give you a name of any cheese. And in the other side, it would be like it's a wine, it's a cheese, or it's a language, it's a fashion designer or whatever. So you must learn it by heart, which name belongs to which thing. So camembert here is what? It's a cheese. It's a fromage.
Fromage. Francis.
Start doing this exercise in your copy right now.
Okay, ma'am.
And also the second one has to be done. You have to put appropriate accents. Mettez les accents qui manquent. That means just write the translation. Mettez les accents. Put the accents. key monk that are missing or which are missing. Put the accents that are missing. And the translation of the first question, cocher la bonne réponse, tick the correct option. Children, I want you to send this work after completing it. Everybody is going to send it on the class group. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.